Ever felt that sinking feeling? You hit deposit, you triple-checked the address, you waited, and your crypto? Just vanished into the digital ether. Like a ghost in the blockchain. You're staring at your Kraken account, and it's staring right back, blankly. Zero. Nada. Nothing. You're thinking, did I just lose my money? Did I mess up? Is Kraken broken? You're not alone. This is a common, gut-wrenching experience for many crypto traders, especially those new to the game. So, let's cut through the confusion. Why is your Kraken deposit not showing up? Let's dive deep, dissect the possibilities, and get you some answers. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's establish a baseline. Kraken, like any major exchange, has a robust system. But it's also dealing with the wild west of crypto, where transactions aren't always instantaneous. We're dealing with decentralized networks, blockchain confirmations, and sometimes, plain old human error. So, let's break down the common culprits, starting with the most frequent offender, network congestion. Imagine a highway during rush hour. That's essentially what happens on a blockchain network when there's high transaction volume. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other networks can get incredibly busy, especially during market volatility. When you make a deposit, it needs to be confirmed by the network. These confirmations are like the traffic lights on that highway. The more congested the highway, the longer it takes for your transaction to get through. Kraken, like all exchanges, waits for a certain number of confirmations before crediting your account. This is a security measure to prevent double spending and ensure the transaction is irreversible. So, if your deposit is taking a while, check the network's block explorer. Sites like blockchain.com for Bitcoin or Etherscan for Ethereum can give you real-time updates on transaction confirmations. You can input your transaction hash, which Kraken provides, and see its status. If it's still pending confirmations, patience is key. But what if the network isn't congested? What if the block explorer shows your transaction as confirmed, but Kraken is still showing zero? Now we're getting into the more specific, and potentially more concerning, issues. One common mistake is entering the wrong deposit address or memo. Crypto addresses are long, complex strings of characters, and even a single error can send your funds into the abyss. If you accidentally sent your crypto to the wrong address, it's generally irreversible. This is a painful lesson, but it highlights the importance of double and triple checking every detail before hitting send. Always copy and paste addresses, and if possible, do a small test transaction first. For certain cryptocurrencies, like XRP or Stellar, a memo or destination tag is also required. This tag acts like an apartment number within a building. If you forget the memo or enter the wrong one, your deposit might get stuck. Kraken usually has a recovery process for these situations, but it can be time-consuming and there's no guarantee of success. So, again, meticulousness is paramount. Let's move on to another potential problem, Kraken's processing times. While Kraken aims to process deposits quickly, there can be delays on their end. These delays can be due to system maintenance, high user volume, or security checks. Kraken has to comply with anti-money laundering and know your customer regulations, which can add to processing times. If you've waited longer than the estimated processing time, check Kraken's status page. They often post updates on any known issues or delays. You can also reach out to their support team, but be prepared for potential wait times, especially during periods of high activity. Be patient, but also be persistent. If you've followed all the steps correctly, your deposit should eventually appear. Now, let's talk about something a bit more technical, blockchain forks and rollbacks. While rare, these events can cause temporary discrepancies in your account balance. A blockchain fork occurs when a blockchain splits into two separate chains. This can happen due to disagreements within the community or technical issues. In some cases, transactions that were confirmed on one chain might be invalidated on the other. Rollbacks, where a blockchain reverts to a previous state, can also cause temporary issues. These events are usually resolved quickly, but they can cause temporary confusion and delays. If you suspect a fork or rollback, keep an eye on crypto news and Kraken's announcements. Another issue that can cause a deposit to not show up is if the crypto you sent is not supported by Kraken. While Kraken supports a wide range of cryptocurrencies, they don't support every single one. If you sent a token that isn't listed on Kraken, it won't appear in your account. Always double-check Kraken's supported asset list before making a deposit. You can find this list on their website or in their app. Sending unsupported assets can result in permanent loss, so this is a crucial step. Sometimes, the problem isn't with the blockchain or Kraken, but with your own software. If you're using an outdated browser or operating system, it can interfere with Kraken's functionality. Make sure your browser and operating system are up to date. Clear your browser's cache and cookies, as these can sometimes cause conflicts. You can also try accessing Kraken from a different browser or device to rule out any software-related issues. If the issue persists, consider reinstalling the Kraken app or clearing its cache. Let's address the elephant in the room: scams and phishing. In the world of crypto, scams are unfortunately common. Phishing attacks, where scammers try to steal your login credentials or private keys, are a serious threat. Always be cautious of suspicious emails, messages, or websites. Never share your private keys or login credentials with anyone. Kraken will never ask for your password or private keys. If you receive a suspicious message, report it to Kraken immediately. If you've been a victim of a scam, contact Kraken and law enforcement as soon as possible. Prevention is key, so always be vigilant and skeptical. So, to recap, here's a checklist of things to consider when your Kraken deposit isn't showing up. First, check the network's block explorer for confirmations. Second, double-check your deposit address and memo. Third, review Kraken's status page for any known issues. Fourth, make sure you sent the correct asset. Fifth, ensure your software is up to date. Sixth, be wary of scams and phishing. Seventh, if all else fails, contact Kraken support. Be patient, be persistent, and keep detailed records of your transactions. Crypto can be complex, but with a bit of diligence, you can navigate these challenges. Finally, remember that the speed of crypto transactions can vary wildly. Sometimes, it's just a matter of waiting. Give it time. And if you've followed all the steps, and are still having issues, contacting Kraken support with all your transaction information is the best option. They can look into your specific situation and provide assistance. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.